All right, so all morning long, we've been asking everyone to send in their either organized or messy pictures.
Yep.
That's because our next special guest is here so to clear up the mess and be the best at organization.
We're joined by Christina Giaquinto. Is that how I say it?
Yes.
And she's,
thank you so much.
Yeah, she's helping our lives get in order. Now, I got to ask you one question. Do people hesitate to have others over because they're too embarrassed because of their, quote, messy house?
Oh, absolutely. My clients said that all the time. And, you know, that's something to be aware of. We want the home to be a space that we can always have friends and family over with no guilt or anything like that. So that's why it's so important to stay organized in the house.
Yeah, and Christina, quickly tell us a little bit about your background and your history. What makes you a professional organizer? What are the I guess, requirements?
Yeah, I've been decluttering and organizing personally and professionally for a long time, for as long as I can remember. I was the one in school that had all the organized binders and would help the teachers.
Okay.
So it's a long time. But professionally, I've been doing it, for about 9 years now. And so I've seen more clutter than I think anyone could possibly imagine. It's wonderful to help people, create systems and, again, really create a home, that is simplified, organized, has systems in place. And now I represent Modular Closets as their brand ambassador and organizing expert. So I get to help people in a new way.
Fantastic. Yeah, that is great. And, it is back to school season. A lot of families are getting, ready to go back, or they've just gotten back to school. So the house and the home can be a little sort of chaotic during this time of the year. Why or how can you help families out there be less stressful during this time to get things, set and organized during the back to school season?
Yeah, I think coming off of summer, we've been relaxing for a couple months and really, hopefully not doing much, hopefully enjoying time with the family and friends and things like that. So going back to school, it's really going to be new schedule, new routines, things like that. So I would focus on 3 areas to organize going back to school. One is the entryway. When you're leaving the house, that's a huge, part of your day and how you're getting started for your mood and if you're stressed and things like that. So a big tip is to have a catch-all bin, things that you are just going to anticipate that you might need. So for example, sunglasses or a hair tie, a hat, things like that, a lint roller, things that at that last minute when you're rushing out the door that you may need. That in itself is a very simple organizing tip that really affects how you're leaving the house and running out to school. And then the pantry is another big one. That's going to affect how you're making lunches and also after school snacks. I always would have my clients have a little bin of approved snacks for the kids after school so that they can just run to the pantry and pick one out. And then the car is the third one, right?
Oh.
We are in our car so much with back to school time, picking the kids up after school, practice, friends dates, things like that. So a simple thing with the car, like I got a little garbage bin in my car, and sometimes it really is these simple little tips, but that made a big difference because now you have a place to put all your garbage in the car. So those are 3 areas that I think really are going to affect your routine and how your day unfolds with back to school.
Yeah, those are good fun tips. And you also, before I let you go, you have a way on how to clean your living space or your living room in just 15 minutes a day. I mean, is that possible?
Right.
I think it's possible. I'm going to switch it up a little bit though. I'm going to break it down into 3 5-minute increments. I think that's actually more attainable.
Okay.
So 5 minutes in the morning before you leave the house, 5 minutes when you get back from school or from work, and then 5 minutes before you go to bed. It really is sometimes just these simple little things, a couple minutes. And if you don't like breaking it up, then I suggest I call it Christina's 8-minute rule. A lot can get done in 8 minutes, I promise. So 8 minutes to me is just the perfect time that I've figured for myself and for my clients. And you set the timer, and whatever you can put away in that 8 minutes is going to help maintain your space. And then on a day like Sunday or something like that, you can do a big refresh and a big organizing day.
I like that, because I'm just hearing the quotes that I would hear from friends growing up or even family members. It's easier to keep things clean than to catch things up. So,
Yes.
and a place
love
for
that.
everything and everything in its place. I'm still learning.
Absolutely.
All right, Christina Giaquinto, you can check out our website right now. She'll be back in the 9 o'clock hour to tell us about some of the mistakes that people make when cleaning and how to avoid those mistakes and also how to de-stress during these helpful times. So we'll see you back in about 20 minutes.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you so
Talk to you in a
much.
bit.
Thank you.